Hello everyone, Jollibee here, and today I'm gonna bring you another Life is Feudal tutorial. This time is starting up your very first farm. Farming is gonna be a very simple task to do. You need two tools. You need a shovel and a sickle. And to make a sickle, all you gotta do is go to your primitive tools. You need a stick, a plant fiber, and one flint and stone. And you can make yourself a sickle. So go ahead and equip your sickle. And we can go from there. Now starting out, you need to find your initial seeds by gathering them, and now you need to go to farming, and then you're gonna go gather wild plants. You're just gonna go find yourself a grass tile. Make sure it's a grass tile and not a forest tile, and gather yourself some wild plants. Now this can be a long process early on, and you might be prone to failed attempts yielding nothing, but keep persisting and you'll find yourself the plant seeds that you need to plant and start your farm. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go do a different tile. You can just keep doing this in one tile if you want, but for me, I get bored and I'll looking at the same thing on my screen, so I tend to move around and try different ones. This can be a lengthy process depending on how unlucky you are and how many failures you get. Somehow I'm still failing 4 in a row now, as you can see. But don't give up. You will find the plant and seeds you need. Whoa, I've never failed this much in a row. We'll go ahead and go right here. As you can see, this little green tile is a grass tile, and a forest tile is this little brownish green with some kind of weeds growing on it, and you can't find any wild plants from there. 6 in a row failure. Let's go hope maybe our lucky 7 will find us something. 7 failures in a row. Come on, seeds. So if you are gonna do an initial large plot for your farm, you might take some longer time, especially like me, since I am failing like a madman on finding any seeds. Whoa, really? The probabilities are gruesome on this one. As you can see, I have 85 farming, so I don't see any reason why I'm failing so much. So while we're failing and trying to gather some plants, you do need to have a certain skill points to plant certain things. See, if you're under 30, you can't even plant any seeds. You can just find them. 30, you can plant mostly anything except for flax. At 60, you're allowed to plant some apples, and at 90, you can finally plant some flax. Oh, here we receive 1 onion, finally. And then with that onion, you can plant, and it will grow into multiple onions, which you can then use to cook or use again to plant and get more onions. To keep in mind, you can harvest flax at any skill level past 30, but you just need 90 farming to be able to plant them. As you can see, I got me some grapes. And 2 grapes. So that should show you guys how to find your basic plant types. Now all you need to do is prepare a flattened area for you to farm. Now it doesn't need to be perfectly flat, but it does need to be close enough to flat. It can be slightly slanted, but for me I like things to be level, so I have this area flattened. As you can see when I go to observe, 14 all the way around. Now since I have this area already just dirt, you don't need to plow it, but if in case you do just want to find a random tile and you want to start planting on it, you're gonna go to farming and plow. If a tile is ready to be farmed, all you have to do is go to farming, and then this area that shows you what you can plant grapes, cabbage, or sour peas and all that. Since I already have a little stash of seeds with me to plant, I'm gonna go ahead and plant those. So I have onions and grapes in my inventory now. So I'm gonna plant myself some onions. The important concept of farming right now is you need to be able to plant during the day on a sunny day and not on a cloudy day, because it will affect your yield rate. And you want high yields. The maximum yield I've seen so far is 12, and the lowest I've seen is 1. So you just break even harvesting 1 tile, or you can get lucky and get 12 yield per tile. So right now I have 6 onions, 6, maybe not onions, maybe not potatoes, but I might just go with 6 onions, 6 cabbage, and 6 peas. And go from there. Now the next thing is you need to have fertile soil in your ground. You can't plant anything on a forest tile, and you can't plant anything on regular soil. And also you want the highest quality soil where you are planting your crops. Now if you are in most common servers, they will have infinite files, and in those infinite files will have high quality dirt. And right now I have access to 100 quality dirt, so all you have to do is dig down one layer of dirt. So I'm gonna go terraform lower ground and dig that one dirt down. As you can see, my dirt is 100 quality, but let's say that this is dirt is 10 quality and you have 100 dirt. All you have to do is either dig down and then drop the 100 quality on it to make it flat again, and then you can plant from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this dirt down. Make sure you're standing on the tile that you want the 100 dirt quality to go into, and I'll go back to this little brown area which is ready to be planted on. So I'm gonna go ahead and right click and go to farming. I'm gonna go plant my peas first. So I'm gonna go plant the peas. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It is safe to walk on the crops. It's not gonna kill them. And they'll look like that. And now if you do somehow plant a crop that is not on fertile soil, it's just on regular soil, instead of looking like this tile right here, like it has been planted on, it will turn all black, meaning that those crops will not grow because of the soil is not meant to be meant for farming. So in order to clear it out, you just gotta do is dig that tile one layer. It'll dig out that soil also and get rid of the ruined crop. And no, you will not get your seeds back. And then from there, you can drop of any soil you want, any fertile soil you have, of the highest quality you have access to. Although some servers will not allow what you call it, will not allow high quality dirt in the infinite files they have. So you would need to go around in the wilderness, dig around randomly, and find yourself high quality soil. And then from there, you can add that high quality dirt into your infinite pile so that you can keep digging that dirt of that high quality you found. Another trick is you can gather plant fibers, and if you find yourself high quality plant fibers, then you know that tile that where you search that fiber from is also will have a high quality dirt. So I would recommend that you dig up a couple of dirt so that you can take it back home and add it to your infinite piles. Aside from that, you just need to plant your seeds of your desire. And then from there, depending on the server that you're on, as the admins can change growth rate, it can go from 12 hours up to 48 hours of growing time. So on average, I've seen 12 to 16, but I have seen on some servers this 24-hour growth cycle. This 24-hour growth cycle means 24 hours of real life time, not in-game time. So do keep that in mind. And that once you plant them, you have a certain amount before it'll grow fully grown for harvest. And then after that, depending on the growth time, it has a quarter of that growth time where it can be harvestable before they dry out. Now let's say you're exploring around and you find yourself some crops out there that you think might be ready for harvesting. Now to find out if a crop tile is ready for harvesting, let's just say that this is ready for harvest. All you have to do is right click, and if there's farming and harvest available on your drop down window, then that tile is ready to be harvested. But as for now, I think on my server it's 16 hours. So do plan accordingly so that you are online when it's time to harvest your crops. If not, then you just wasted a whole seeds and time waiting for them to grow again. So I'm just gonna jump back to the future and show you what a fully grown tiles would look like. Also, before I go away, make sure you are planting on a clear day. Like right here, clear day, clear skies, sun is up, and that you don't do things at night, as it will have a lower yield rate. If you want maximum yield with least amount of effort, then you want to make sure everything you harvest during the day and you plant during the day on a clear day. not on a foggy day. But if you are desperate for crops, then you can plant on a foggy day or night, and harvest on at nighttime or foggy day. It's just the likelihood of you getting the 12 harvest yield is very low. Alright, I'll show you guys what a fully grown crops would look like. Welcome back everyone. As you can see, I've waited at least 16 hours and now my crops are ready to be harvested. I can know this is once you have your sickle equipped on your character, which I do. Just select a tile that's ready for harvest, and even under farming it'll be harvest. Now if there is nothing to harvest on a tile or it's not ready, farming will have nothing. Let's say harvest. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I put farming in quick action and harvest from there. And then I'm harvesting during a good sunny day, and as you can see, I got 8 onions from that tile, and now the dirt has turned into a lighter brown color. That means that the dirt is no longer fertile, so it won't be a fertile soil anymore. It'll just be regular soil. Now in order to replant on this tile again, you need to dig up the soil, which I'll show you once I harvest at least this 9 crops. I'm getting 884. Oh, and I got the maximum yield of 12 for those cabbages. Okay, so now you get this brown little area right here. You need a shovel and you need to dig it out one layer or one height. So I'm gonna go left click. As you can see, it's now a regular fertile soil. It'll either turn into a grass tile, which is a fertile soil, or it'll turn into a darker brown color like these right here. Now you need to get rid of this dirt. If you are having a terraforming project, you can use this dirt to fill in the necessary height, because as you can see, you get soil instead of fertile soil. And there you go. Now in order to replant on that field, you need to get rid of all those regular soil that turned after you harvested the tile, and then go back to your infinite file and dig yourself your high quality soil. Now if you don't have any more terraforming project, you can get rid of your soil by putting them inside a forge, a kiln, and a furnace, and also in a bloomery. The bloomery will hold the most dirt, and all you have to do is slide it up, and after a while it will burn up. So now if you harvest this at a different time of the day, then your character will get a lower yield, especially at night. Although it's not always guaranteed, you can still get high level yields of 12. But the chances of that are low. Like even right now I'm getting unlucky yields. I'm getting 4 cabbages instead of the 12. It's probably because that I planted the crops in a kinda hazy day. So this should conclude my video for how to start your first farm. You should just keep doing this till you get high amount of farming so that you can get your flax going, and then once you have your flax going, then you can start tanning them in a tanning tub, and then you can make yourself some linen, and then from there you can make yourself some linen rope, which will then allow you to construct more of the advanced building and also create yourself some padded armor if you are going after that class under militia. Also, make sure you don't dig a tile out that's ready for harvest, because if you dig it out, it will also destroy the crops in it, yielding you no harvest. Alright, that should conclude my video. If you find my videos entertaining or educational at all, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments or any advices for or requests for future videos, go right ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll see what I can do for the future videos. Alright, that should conclude my this video, and I'll see you guys next time.